So rendezvous with blah blah with the knights, right? Rendezvous with the knights to say nee! Nee! Let's see where are they? Map. It's also really weird because this because it's made for consoles, it's a little awkward. Look it down here. And I am up there. My map. Okay, I was gonna go up here real quick and get. Oh god, there's stuff at Oregon. I'm gonna go back up here and get my quest. Let's see how much. Oh, those are super expensive. Maybe I should sell my SNES Classic for 150 bucks. Jeez. Oh wow, wow. Is it there? Do I have to talk to this guy? Oh no, I don't. What is this? Oh, that's a quest. It's fine. So, that was a waste of time. I think I'm about to do a dungeon or a boss. So... But these, it seems like these quests are a little bit different slash better because there's talking, but you also go out and do stuff. So, but man, that last leg was pretty hard. It was pretty hard to get through. I don't know. Maybe it was just me. Maybe just me getting tired of them talking all the time. I cut through. But yeah, I was. There's so much talking, and basically what has happened now is I guess there's like a king or something or prince and having negotiations. I think we either need to recruit people or we need places for refugees to go, and we don't have enough room, so we're trying to find a place they can go, and these guys need help with something or other. Everything is frozen, and I know why. They kind of said, but they kind of revealed why. There's like there's frozen problems, and if you've played any Final Fantasy, you know what they're alluding to. But I'll just let you watch and figure it out, because I think I have a dungeon and a couple of quests after that, then there's more. But yeah, it was... That last leg, I don't know if I didn't know if it was going to get any better, and now it seems like... Because, you know, people are dying and stuff, and I seem to have more fights. But we're just going around talking to people, and... Maybe this is where things start to change. that's not necessarily... That doesn't mean the game is bad, but there was definitely a slog that I'll complain about. And that also might be they're finding out their identity. And I can't get any more Dragoon skills until I go to this other place. So I have to go there anyway to get my Dragoon skill. Sure, I'll get more classes, I'll be able to mess around, but... Alright, now we go back. I can't teleport there. Might as well just run back. I got a new mount. Actually, I found this. Guess where? In my inventory. Double jump. You notice the music is different. It's just kind of a throwback to an old Final Fantasy 3/6. Because they're the same game, but they're different. One was released in America, the other one was released in Japan. You got no. Okay, well, I assumed. I wasn't sure. But again, the cool thing about streaming is, yeah, I would like to. I hope it would lead to something else at some point, but. I can still play and be like, oh, if you're bored, you can watch, and not sure if you're bored, but I was watching some streams earlier today, and I don't know, sometimes I have to check it out. I want to know what happens in Wednesday night fights, but I'm not really paying attention to it anyway, because I don't know, I'd like to see some of the newer characters get used. And try to watch like the top 3s or whatever, but I don't know, it's not always something I want to watch. Sometimes you need a break from it. Alright, so I'm about to go do a dungeon, I think. And I have cooler armor.
Plans that match your schedule.
Yeah, you heard that, sorry. I have to check to make sure everything works. I also, like, on here, there's certain people I follow, and then I watch, like speedruns, which is like old school. Usually they're like older games, and people try to beat them as fast as possible. And they sometimes use glitches, they sometimes use manipulations. But I also just sometimes I watch streams to figure out if I like a game or not. Then that's usually before they come out, because sometimes streamers get early access. But no, like I watch fighting tournaments, like video game fighting tournaments, like video game tournaments with fighting games. Is what I mean. And so where's that? Okay, that dude is down there. So there's a variety. Like today, there was this there's this tournament for Apex Legends, which is a battle royale, and I do not like battle royales, but I was just seeing how some of these streamers were doing, and it took them, for the first game, this was while I was at work, the first game, it took them 30 minutes to 45 minutes to get the game started, and then when they were in the game, the streamer was in the game, it was like basically like he was in it for like 5 to 8 minutes, and then the rest of the game lasted for like 15. And then it took another 30 minutes or 45 minutes for them to start a second game. And they were going to play 6, and it was for like money and stuff. But I'm like, man, that sucks, and that's boring. And I made a joke, and they timed me out. Because there's the big controversy is one dude went over to Mixer, and he was like the biggest streamer. And I didn't say what the thing was, but it apparently made people time me out for 30 minutes. So it's like, I guess bad press isn't good press. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of what Twitch is having. Twitch is becoming like YouTube, where you're not restricted, but they're kind of, they have some favoritism for some particular streamers, and you see like on both sides kind of reacting negatively. Like I showed you the one about the girl who gave her cat vodka and threw it over her shoulder, and it was live on stream. I mean, that stuff was captured, and so a lot of people reacted negatively, but she didn't get a ban, she didn't get a suspension, because she has a lot of people watching her because, I don't know, her accent bothers me, and it's not the fact that I'm that annoyed by it, but if you listen, you can hear like the Valley Girl in it, and I think that's kind of why I watched it for a little bit. It's like, why is this girl so popular? And then it's like, oh well, but you know, not everyone has a college education. Not everyone wants a college education. Some people don't need it. They go to high school. They get out of high school, and that's what their goals are. So, and I mean, they make a bunch of money by doing some pretty weird stuff. But yeah, I mean, if I had a dog, most people who, the guy I started watching when I was having my own personal issues, well, I couldn't go to sleep, was this guy, and he was playing, there's this game called Chrono Trigger. It's an old game on I think it was on Super Nintendo, where Greg and I played it. It was like one of these classic games. It's a legendary game. It just like a lot of people loved it, and I would see it, and I didn't know what speedrunning was. So I would sit there late at night, and I couldn't go to sleep, and I would just watch him, and he would be, you know, he doesn't have his face on camera. He's called background guy, and he's just funny. And I was like, oh well, this will take my mind off of serious stuff, and that's kind of what I hope. I'm not gonna sit there and ever be a speedrunner, because I don't like to rush through things. But at the same time, I like Final Fantasy. I like Final Fantasies, and him and this other dude, this event, they do like, it's like a month or two where they go through all the Final Fantasies, and they speedrun them, like, quotes unquote, but they don't skip cutscenes. They watch all the cutscenes, so you kind of experience it. But I mean, sometimes they're 9-hour speedruns. Sometimes they take a lot longer than that. You know, like the first couple of them are on the Nintendo and Super Nintendo, so they don't take very long. But these games can take up like 30 hours to complete. So, but yeah, so and that's the thing, is they stream for 8 hours. It's like a regular job, but then I showed you the, what do you call it? Awesome games done quickly. I like to watch some of those gaming marathons just because I'm like, oh, I remember this, but sometimes they do funny events. Like, I need to go. I wish they had this. It was for Yakuza, but it was just funny about like the category he did it. All right, what is this? This is Snowcloak. See how long this takes. Join. Boop 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 boop. See, I'm only at 52. I sometimes have it at work and I have it in the background so I can listen to it. But when the one thing that annoys me a lot is when people are screaming, or that's kind of why I have to turn off the fighting tournament sometimes, because when they scream into the microphone, I'm like, dude, why are you screaming? I know I know people get excited and stuff, but you have to watch that. If you're ever a commentator, you just have to watch that stuff. And a lot of it is I watch other people to kind of see what I want to do. And my biggest thing was being comfortable talking on stream. Well, like, and I've gotten better about that, because I'm not gonna sit there and pander to everyone and say, hey, you know, like, if they come in and say something, we're like, hey, you know, thanks for coming in and staying, but this isn't gonna be like the most entertaining stuff. Assassin's Creed is much more entertaining than this, and I love that Assassin's Creed, but I also like to play different games. So if and Borderlands 3 is going to be one of those games that I'm going to play a lot. I'm not gonna want to talk. I want to listen to the dialogue and stuff, because it is funny. But you know, after I play through it a couple times, I'll be like, all right, well, I'm leveling up this guy. So, and you might not see all of it, but you'll see most of it. The only thing I'm concerned about is if someone comes in there and tells me like a big spoiler. It's like, I don't care if they subscribe or whatever, or give me money or whatever. I'm just like, dude, you're gone. You know, you can't be a jerk. And that's what I think you were talking about that one girl, and I'm like, she's just being a jerk. Maybe she's unhappy, and I don't understand that. Why would you? Who cares? I don't understand what it is about people eating. That just get thicker skin, I guess, is my advice to her, and stop being such a turd. Look at me. Okay, so it's 9 minutes. This is gonna be a while. I was looking at my minion guide, because I'm tired of that dude. I want to do this. This is a lion dog. It's a lion dog. Okay, so I have a lion dog, whatever that is. I have this gigantic stick. I'm gonna stick up this thing's ass. And yeah, you know, the Final Fantasy 15. Now I beat all of that. I didn't beat like the main game. I think I wrote about that, but it took a while for me to beat it, because it wasn't that it would turn dark. Certain things happened to, like, specific things happened to a couple of characters, and you knew where the story was going. And to me, I had, because of the first part of the game, you're just kind of messing around, and you get to explore, and it's more like a bachelor party. So you get to, you know, despite like these characters kind of taking jabs at each other and stuff, you start to like them because they feel like real human beings. So when things turn tragic and it seems to be going down that path, you're like, I don't want to beat this game. This is going to be sad. But then they released they released a multiplayer expansion, and then released some other expansions which focus on each of the individual characters, and that you actually play as them in the game. So they changed a bunch of stuff, because you could just like really play one person and you had kind of an assist, but then make it so you could like switch between the characters, which that should have been from the beginning. And then it did offer a secondary like alternative ending, which wasn't really canon because the first one was more emotional, but it was supposed to be that way, and I still think that it's good the way it is. You got to a point, and it was like at the point of no return, and I think they even changed that where you could leave the main scenario, but you were stuck in a very linear path. And Final Fantasy and games like this are about exploring and going and fighting monsters. And with this, the thing that's so cool about this is like you can be in groups and you can find random people. And if you watch today, you can see how a good group worked and a bad group worked. The bad group worked like yesterday, where Greg and I tried to play, and we had some issues because the tank ran off, the healer was bad. They weren't explaining anything, and I got on there, and what I have to do from now on is at the very beginning, like, look, you know, I haven't played this in forever. Greg is my brother is here, and he hasn't ever played this dungeon. So if we need to know something about bosses or what to do, tell us, because we don't know. Because I guess as people assume that everyone has played through, and I mean we had to go and touch a crystal, and I'm like, well, what if I'm sitting there like and they don't wait for you and don't say anything to you? It's like that's kind of rude too. You're not gonna get people that know everything. So all right, let's go. Let's get more people. It's a 4-person dungeon, so I should be okay. And actually the queues in here, they're not really all that bad, because I think a lot of people are playing it. Maybe it'll be different when the free trial is over, but what was the other thing I was saying? Yeah, well, like in World of Warcraft, I was like, I want to play dungeons. I want to play these dungeons. It's just sort of like this, except they're longer and they're not as, I don't think they're nearly as fun, but I would sit there and I would be like waiting in queues, and I'd never gone to a queue. I never gone to a battlefield, which a battlefield is kind of like a MOBA where you go at different stages, you attack kind of like a mini boss, which is computer controlled, while other people on the other team are attacking you and stuff. So you have player versus player, and you just try to meet different checkpoints. So I would play that a lot in World of Warcraft. But I never really did raids. I didn't have enough people to do raids, and that's fine. But from all the people that I've heard of doing raids, and they had a clan or a guild or whatever, none of them really play anymore, and it's really hard to get them online and organize stuff. So, and apparently we are doing Dungeons and Dragons Saturday, and my friend sent me this list. So what do you say? Okay, that's good. We got 2 days left to go. Mushrooms, I'm talking to my friend. He was talking to me about, like, you know, I'm fine with you having an affinity to L, or what is it, like an intolerance to resist L, but I also think it might be fun for you to, like, if that applied for mushrooms too. I was like, And I have a thing for eating random mushrooms. I'm like, that's great. That's awesome. it's good. It's good. I think I'll be a human though. I'm too enamored of ale and wine and other intoxicants. It's gonna be a good. I don't have to act that hard, that bad. Yeah, I think I want to be a human because I have a kind of an idea of what my character looks like. I don't know. I'm going back and forth between a dwarf and a human, but the human gets more bonuses. Overall, a dwarf is. I don't know. If I was a dwarf, I think I would be. I think if I was a dwarf, I would probably be better as a tank. I think I'd be better as like what do you call it, a fighter or something. Because I have a different idea for him too. These are all I've thought of. I have my own characters, by the way. All right, just have to sit down and write a book one day. Oh my gosh, come on! Like, we got two. We just need a healer and a tank. But yeah, this is a part of the game where you're like, all right, I just want to do this thing, and I can't do this thing until I get past. Yeah, I just think that when I played a druid in Diablo, he had he didn't have a small beard. He had red hair and stuff, and that's kind of. And I've actually have a look that sort of looks like it that I made on accident. So I just gotta have an idea, and I think a human would be. Because if there's going to be a dark elf, I think a human is a little bit more tolerant of dark elves than a dwarf. Because dwarves are really skeptical. Well, I can't talk. You know what I mean. But of dark elves, and they don't like them, and they usually are their enemies. So I think just a human sounds better. Even though that's typically boring, I'm like, whatever. He's still going to be called Dagnabbit Booze. Or Dagnabbit More Booze. Without the R, Mo Booze. So, I already have a name picked out. But I think Zane is looking forward to it, so hopefully he'll get into it, and maybe one day we can get him to be just a player. Because I think he wants to play too. I know, just a bunch of nerds! Be nerds! Alright, what else is there to do? I am waiting. I am waiting. A raid finder. Skeptical. I don't know, I can't say it right now. He's a dungeon master. He's the guy, like, who's running it. But we're trying to get my other friends to do it, but they're resistant. I don't know, I just think that I've had one friend say that she was interested, but I haven't heard back from her for a week because she gets high. And that's just kind of my experience, is not judging people, but most of the time, if you have friends who get high or like just do drugs, like those kind of drugs, you just don't hear from them for like weeks, and you hear from them when they decide to text you. So, but she's like, you know, I've always wanted to play, but no one ever does. It's like, well, my friend Zane knows how to be a DM, like a dungeon master. So I'm trying to set it up, but again, it's like, what are we gonna do? Are we gonna have to drive an hour to get there? Are we gonna have to? I tried to set something up on August 24th, but nobody's biting. So I told Zane, like, you know, if it happened, like, because I think last week there were some issues and car problems and air conditioners going out, and you know, I don't care, but I had to tell people, it's like, you know, no, it's like if like my air conditioner went out, it sounds like an emergency. So don't feel bad about it, we'll just reschedule. And the other thing is, there's some drama, but if I'm driving a freaking hour to go and play D&D, I'm playing freaking D&D. And if people don't show up on time, well, we'll just make them a character, and if they show up, they can show up, but I'll make them terrible. I'll be like, you should have been here on time. I'll make you a gnome that's afraid of everything, and the only thing it can do is pee its pants. Or we'll just kill the character off and be like, yeah, you missed it. So, but it's like it's like the Divinity Original Sin. All right, you saw that I played different ways. There's sometimes where I go around, I'm distilling everything, and that's a character I decided to play. And I just like over here, and Zane came over when we played. I'm like, no, you just distract him while I take stuff out of his bag. But that's the kind of games I've always played. Those games. And the only difference between that is it's all automated. You're not doing dice rolls. You're not doing like. And with me, you might have a group that plays Dungeons and Dragons, but if you have issues, like I think a lot of my friends play it, but if they're getting together and it's not like saying one dungeon master is worse than the other, but they're different. If you want a more action oriented, like a faster paced game, you as a dungeon master have to realize that, and if people are arguing over like opening doors and opening locks and checking everything, then you just have to be like, look, an ogre breaks through and smashes stuff. This is just stuff that like I've learned from Zane. But you have to make it fun, and if it's not fun, then nobody's gonna want to play it. And I know that I've played enough video games like that where I'm like, I know I can adapt, and I know I can be a dick if my character is I have to think about, like, from their experience, if I'm a druid and somebody sits there and we're in a town and they like burn the town to the ground, or they suddenly like have a blizzard that kills everyone in town, we'll be like, what is wrong with you? Why did you do that? I'm like, you also killed the forest. You kill all the animals, and I'm gonna send them after you. Like, what is the role? What can I roll to have to talk to the animals and tell them to attack him? I mean, because in that situation, it's like you just committed genocide to everyone in town and all my animal friends, and probably the wolves that raised me. So I don't know. Why did it say I go offline? I guess did it say I went offline? My thing is drunk sometimes. What is happening? Why did my Twitch freeze? It still says I'm online. Let's see if I can go back in a second to see if anyone said anything. Anyway, I'm still waiting in queue. Wait time 17 minutes now. This is great. This is so much fun. Let's see, I probably should teleport here. I just go do something else until I get like, you know. Now it's down to 20. Now it's 20 minutes. Hopefully this group is good. My dog, it's a lion dog. It's not just a dog. It's a lion dog. I bought it from the store. What else do I have that's new? What else do I have? Just wait in queue. It's so much fun. Right. Okay, now I have a guy from Final Fantasy IV. I can't afford the pet deposit. It's $600, I think. And the dog would probably be sick because of all the sex they're having in the pool. What? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just going to Sid's workshop. All the unprotected sex they're having in the pool with their G-strings and the diapers that are stuck in the filter. Okay, I'm really trying. I'm really trying not to skip through this, but I just want to get. I already have one of those. I just want to get to the end of this leg. I just want to get to like the new town and. Okay, so you need parts. You could have just said, I need parts. Can you go and get me 3 parts? Thanks, you know, for that long explanation. Why is it taking so long to get to the dungeon? I just want to go to the dungeon. Journal. What was that called? That was called... I just want to go retrieve... Alright. I'll go there. What was so dramatic? I'm not dramatic. I just want... to go into the dungeon. Now the elapsed time is 23 minutes and the wait time is 23 minutes. This might be a lost cause. We have 2 people. We just need a freaking healer and a tank. Those things are like supposed to be easy to find. Hooray! Hooray! Ready, idiot! Woo! Hooray! Like, it'd be like this is what you have to put. Book. My first time. Be gentle. I got into the dungeon. Oh my gosh, look at our tank. Our tank is a tiny little dude. That tank is gonna tear it up. It's like he's Samwise Gamgee. Oh dear. And our tank likes to, I'll take this guy then. Oh yeah, I sent you the, he's like easy. I might not. I sent you the music. Hey, there's a lot of crystals in Final Fantasy. Just FYI. Where's my thing? It's just the universe. I heard a horse. That's right, doggo. It's a bear. It's a white bear. I think we got a pretty decent team. It looks like we can run through this. It drives. Where did he have that tiny key? There's only one place I think where it could have been. Thanks, guys. Oh no, dogs! Gotta watch out for the ice bombs. Shit. Because they blow up. The ice bomb is down. Treasure. Alright. Now here's some music. We already got... The music in Final Fantasy games are pretty good. There's a bomb. We gotta watch out for that bomb. When you see the yellow on the ground, that's usually means that the enemy is trying to hit you, and if you stay there, it can kind of like destroy you. Oops. It might be time for me to get a new lance. I didn't think I got one, but I got those big bombs. See, that really destroyed. Heal us. Heal us. Again. Oh, we're dead. We all died, so we have 3 bosses over this. Looking for those little bombs. He almost died there. And then the bombs come out, I think. The last one is you. What? Last one is you. GG. Cast your lot. Loot. Greed. Greed. Why? Okay, fine. Thanks. Thanks. I got stuff that I don't really think I need. Thanks. My hair is in my way, by the way. That tank, that little itty bitty tank has gigantic balls. He pulled like the whole room. He's like, fuck him. This guy's a little tougher. We got three. Okay, let's go. It's a Yeti. Wow, the guy is, alright. Oh, fuck. I'm not ignoring you. I was trying to type to that dude because he was like, he was screaming at people, and I'm like, look, if you have, the two of us came in here and said like we've never done this before, and the guy's like, don't attack the black thing. It's like, okay, you can say that, but you should have said something before we walked in there. Otherwise, it doesn't do us any good. So I just approached her a little differently. No, there's no need to be a dick about it. He was just kind of being a dick. Why, like, playing with other people is... I mean, I get it. I get it. You want to win. But if you've done this before, share the knowledge. And I think the way I approached it was good. But that's why that guy said, like, come on. I said, yeah, I'm coming. I just... Look, you know, you don't have to be a jerk about stuff. Greg would have left. And I was trying to contact him. I was like, I didn't know. I mean, and then he said stop attacking him, so I stopped attacking him. I'm like, okay, well, but the last fight you said take the ads first, and then you marked one of them. You're like, okay, well, I guess we're supposed to attack those things. So just people forget that not everyone plays this game religiously, or games religiously. There's one time I went to the World of Warcraft, and I went to World of Warcraft, and a guy had looked at all my gear and told me, like, why the hell are you playing this dungeon? Your gear is all low. I was like, I'm playing the dungeon because my gear is low. I mean, I'm in level 50, I just got to level 50, and I'm trying to get better gear and experience. So, it's like, I don't have a raid group. I don't go on raids all the time. And that's just how people are. And it's just, don't be a jerk. And if you know something, and people aren't gonna know what to do unless you tell them. It's a boss fight. And if he goes in there, and let's see what he says. Is he gonna say anything? That's fucking great. That's a fucking great rundown, by the way. Hide behind ice during AoE. That's... But I mean, I went in there, and I always say, like, I haven't done this before. I do that so people know. And then that other guy, I think our tank said, like, I have never done it before either. So that right there should tell you. Oh, I'm gonna hide behind the ice. Ah! Isn't it fun watching me hop around, though? Shit! Hey, big boy, attack me. Look at me, I'm frozen. No! No! Come to me, asshole, this way. Hey, dumbass. Thanks for the heals. I froze. Do you know which one of them did that? Oh, well, they weren't our bard. Did not res our guy? We're doing it with 3 people? I mean, do you remember the guy's name that it was the healer, right? My defense must be really high. Why aren't we getting heals? I jumped and attacked him. The guy who was screaming at everyone. Oh wait, was that it? Was that the boss? I think that was the boss. Yeah, I mean, there's no need to be a complete shit face, and
the tales do not do you justice, warrior of light.
I know who this is. Oh, I don't know who this is.
I know who you are, and you know who I am. I was given the name Izel, but I earned the name Iceheart.
Wait, do I have to fight you now?
This endless cycle of hatred, of bloodshed, of sorrow.
By the way,
you would see it continue.
I got the killing blow
warrior of light.
on a jump.
I would not. I will not. I will bring an end to this war between dragon and
She's looking down on me. Is that nice? I don't like looking up to her.
In time, you will come to understand that what we do,
what?
We do for the
you see the video.
good.
Alright,
for
whatever.
Eorzea, for Hydaelyn.
Well, I'm distracted. Doot 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 doot. Shiva. Okay, how far are we in this? She finally is wearing clothes. Does she have a hole in her butt? And that's a girl who wears, she has a skirt, and it like the back of her skirt has a butt showing her thong. And I don't know, that guy was a jerk. Maybe he was a kid or something. That's up at 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm gonna upload this one too. Oh, she doesn't have a hole in her coat that shows her G-string. So basically it seemed like all the summons or espers are bad in this, or maybe they're under control of something. So the idea wasn't to go through like the game like I'm going through it. It's like with each update you're supposed to go and play that part. It just turns out when you're starting the game, it becomes this gigantic long milestone that you have to meet. And I was looking at where Greg is. Greg is on level 27. Like, as far as where his quests go, and he can't get past a certain part because he needs to get more powerful and get better gear. And he's also a black mage, so black mages don't have very much defense. And I think he got him down to like a sliver, which is the same problem I had with the red mage. Is I got him down to a sliver, then the dude died. My little the guy that was supposed to live ended up getting killed. So I just need to do more damage. And I think the gear I have now is pretty good. I just need to level that up a couple more levels. Let's see. Character. No, what do I have? I have some more stuff I could sell. Inventory. I don't know what am I supposed to do with this helm? I need to look this up. Antique helm. Oh. One word responses. And tweak. If I could spell worth the shit. Antique helm Final Fantasy 14. So you can use it to get 90 level gear, apparently. Level 90 gear. Alright. For the greater good. For the greater good. The greater good. Oh, we'll go to sleep. You don't have to stay up. You can watch tomorrow. You had to work. I had to work. But I didn't even go to the grocery store. I came home and took a nap. You already saw the big battle fight. I'm not lazy, I was tired. I don't know why I was so tired. Oh. I'm gonna... He sent me a whisper, so let's see what W. That guy thanked me for, did you see that? That makes me feel better. And the little box on the bottom, he whispered me, he said that, I'll show you. He said, was like, thanks for dungeon, had no clue what to do or say, as typing on PS4 sucks. It's like, yeah, I have a keyboard, I'm just trying to be simple. Melt Yeti was all people needed. Which meant, when you say melt Yeti, that means you just go after the boss, and focus on him, and attack him until you, like, you drain his health bar before the ads mean anything. So, but again, when you're that's kind of like what we talk about when you hear someone being toxic, like a toxic player or whatever. That's kind of where a lot of gaming has gone, is people have this attitude like everyone should know everything, and if they don't, then they're horrible people. And that gives you the right to act like a piece of shit. But again, that's not going to help us get through the dungeon. My attitude with, like, you know, we sat there, we said early that we don't know what's going on. That other guy couldn't, you know, I think he was a tank. He couldn't really type, so he didn't know what to do. But again, it's like it doesn't take that much to say, hey, like, hey guys, like, if I know what to do, like, here's a synopsis. Uh, I think there's the Ifrit fight that I always say wrong. You have to take out the fireballs, because the fireballs, or the pillars, the fire pillars. If you don't attack the fire pillars, it'll kill the whole team immediately. So when the pillars come up, attack the pillars, like take them down, because we only have a limited time to take them down. But yeah, and if you're tired, go to sleep. It's all good. I mean, I went to I went to Bush's Chicken, and they said bless me or something. I was like, what does that have to do with my chicken? But I went there. There was apparently a car wreck outside where it was just really kind of weird, where you saw people take a picture of their car. They both looked like they were driving too fast, and I think the black lady's like front light got busted. The guy was kind of coming, and they both kind of turned into each other. And yeah, you kind of have to be careful over there. I mean, it can happen to anyone, but I think they were going way too fast. If you're going fast enough to bust a mirror, everyone's going too fast. So, but yeah, I'm gonna upload this. I'll probably sit here and play for a little bit longer, because I don't know. I want to see where this goes. And the other thing is Wednesday Night Fights is on, but I think I have to be at work at 9 or something tomorrow. I don't know. I don't know why. I was telling Greg, I don't know why. I think I might have to do something with one of my bosses, because he hasn't been there for a week. And I don't know. You kind of he's been through a divorce. He's having issues, and it's like there's a you know how you, like, when you're angry you curse, or you say the F word, and if it's something like major, well, he says the F word all the time, but he gets angry about super little things, and I'm like, I know that, and I asked him, like, are you feeling better or something, because like he's missed a lot of work. Like he doesn't sometimes he doesn't come in for, like, there's one time he didn't come in for a whole week, he didn't come in for 2 weeks, and so I don't know. But he hasn't been able to do the job. He hasn't been doing the job, and it's not the fact that he's not able to. He just hasn't, and what's happening is has to fall on other people. And he's a good editor, but he's not. I think part of it is like his daughter. He can't see his daughter because his wife is being really, like, mean. But he's also exhibiting like a lot of it's not PTSD. It's PTS. Like a lot of anger. A lot of he's under stress a lot. He doesn't always seem like he's super well. He's had to be. They made him stay in the hospital because he had super high blood pressure. So, I mean, there's a little pressure with his job. I mean, you're gonna you have deadlines and stuff, but there's other stuff he can do. And I don't think they don't want to fire him because he's in the army. It's on the army side. So, but if he can't do the job, like if it was me, if I missed 3 days of work, or if I missed a whole week or 2 weeks of work, I'd be fired. I mean, there's nothing I could do. There's one day where I had an emergency and I still went to work. So that's what it comes down to. But I don't know. The friend who got married after, like, I swear it was like 2 or 3 weeks. They had broken up and they were done, and then they got back together, and only after 3 weeks they're getting married, and they're all moving their kids in together and stuff, and then the 14-year-old kid, I swear he's autistic, and it's just one of those things where I've seen, if he's not autistic, there's something else. There's some mental disorders, and with me, I'm like, I feel sympathy for the kid because he's in an environment that doesn't make sense. Like, if his dad was there and had like a stable place for them to live instead of him lying to everyone, then that's fine. But like, if he's lying to everyone, then his son's gonna lie to everyone. It's like, if you smoke weed, you can't get mad that when your kids smoke weed, because what do you expect? You know, like if I have a kid and if I drink, I'm like, you know, I'm gonna probably have kids that drink. Why? Because they see me doing it. But I still can explain to them, like, if you're gonna do that, I'd rather you do it here. I'd rather you be safe. And then I'll give them the rundown, and like, and if it's ever like something where you need me to pick me up or pick you up, you call me. You call me. You tell me, don't pick me up. I can be mad at you later. All right? You know, and really, if there's a day where one of my nephews calls me and he needs me to pick him up, be like, I'll pick you up, but like you're gonna get to talk. You know, you have to be safe. You have to be conscious. And I've tried to go up to Dallas and see my nephews, but you know, it's just whenever I'm up there, they're not up there, so, or they're not with my brother. And I need to talk to Greg about AEW, because like, are we going up to the parents' house to watch it or what? Because I need to know where I'm gonna order it. and then if I'm sitting at my apartment, I'm probably going to be drunk. That's not me lying. That's just, I'm going to sit there and get drunk because it's a lot. I have a lot of fun, and it's going to be a happy drunk. And sometimes I scream. And I have to figure out what I'm going to do with about TNT though, because I don't want to pay $50 a month for freaking cable. I just want one channel. I mean, the other thing is, it's fun to have drunk streams, but you also have to be conscious that like, they can block your channel if like it's harm to yourself. Like, if you're falling over and stuff, and people have been banned, and I've seen, actually I think it's more for, there's a cosplayer or something that was doing it, and she would always get like slobberly drunk, but they banned her for self-harm, because it's one of those things where you have to be functional, and you can't be like falling over and a danger to yourself. So, I mean, this is what some people want to do. But you know, but if you're sleepy, go sleep. I'll just put on I'll check it on Wednesday Night Fights and see who's winning. Oh, I should be paying attention. Something's happening. I also watch the Wednesday Night Fights because I learn about which characters are overpowered, and I don't play them. Or I also learn about like my character and try to see if I learn anything, and see if I can find different ways on how to play people. Yeah, well, that's what it is. It's self-harm. If you're so drunk that you're slobbering, or you're crashing into things, and you're throwing your dog over your chair, you should be banned. Because not to you can dance with your dog and stuff, but like, but little kids watch Twitch. See, that's a dragon lady. You can see her tail. Oh, I was looking for something. Oh, damn it! That's the wrong thing. Oh, that guy whispering to me was cool. I feel better about what I said. Yeah, you do have a tell when you're tired. You talk in 2-word sentences. You're just like, look at this. This is your comments. Yeah, haha, what, huh, oh, I'm tired, lazy, no, okay, yeah, be kind, it's difficult. Sorry. Typing is hard. I don't like to type. Probably falling asleep. Alright, let's go talk to this dude. Where am I in this thing? It's like what your responses are. Ooh. Ooh. I don't know, was that loud? But I'm not, man, I'm not 50. We gotta do it. We gotta do the Dragoon. Oh, we have to finish this fucking quest. Sorry, I cursed. I wanted the armor now. Now, what's about now? I like how you said, like, this is a good game, even though you were kind of not all into it a couple days ago. Liberd. Chasing Ivy? Is that where we're at? For the greater good. For the greater good. No, I'm not gonna change it back to adult. Because I don't think... I think I'm PG-13 at the most, and I can stop cursing. I don't have to curse. There's nothing in here that is gonna be like disturbing to children. I mean, I don't play super violent games. It's gonna probably be more of a Borderlands 3 stream here soon, in a month, and then talk about Ren Fair. Yeah, but everyone says the F word. You think you've never played Halo, have you? I used to play Halo, and kids used to teach me new curse words. So I mean, like, there's a lot worse words than that, but sometimes it slips out. But so basically, I don't know. It's fine. I don't think it was mature, and I'm definitely not mature. I've been told that. And that I had chicken legs. And what is it? No, I'm not mature. I'm immature. I'm the most immature cat lady that there ever was, or there ever will be. At least I think the quests seem to be a little bit better than this one. Like the first two were pretty difficult. Are you talking about like being old? I'm old. I'm not that old. Alright, well, whatever. She's shorter than me. I have to go to Old Gridania. Alright, this looks like a fetch quest. I think I'm going to do a drunk stream one time, and I'm going to be like, every time I have to do a fetch quest, I have to drink. And that I might have my camera on, and I did have my camera on earlier. I had my pirate hat, or my pirate bandana. I'm more mature than Greg. Let's just put it that way. Greg is my brother. I'll upload it later, but I was doing it for a while just because... Look, it's my face! Oh, I should check... I'm gonna upload it later, don't worry. I have a Discord. Close. This is gonna make you go to sleep. I don't know. No, I'll upload it after I get done with this crap. I'm gonna just play some more of this. Wait. Where in Old Gridania? Lotus Stand. That is... I don't remember this place. I was a Lancer a long time ago, and I think I spent most of my time in the Limalosa or whatever the hell is it. No, and then in Olda. I don't know. I'm not that pretty. I'm just pretty awesome. That's all. I have a shirt. I have a shirt that says, it says something about being awesome. I have to find it. But yeah, I guess I'll go. Snap, snap. Yeah, my electric bill is $180 something because of the air conditioning. But I guess it's like $70 less than what I paid last month.
Change has come to the Garlean Empire.
Okay.
The rumors are true then?
Okay, these three, I'm just done with them. I'll be happy
It is.
if a Dark Knight comes and just wipes them out, so I don't have to look at their ugly faces anymore. He doesn't annoy me as much, but those three, they just like to talk about policy and ruling and...
The birth and
Their
all
states.
too rapid expansion of the Garlean Empire is commonly attributed to the strategic brilliance of Solus Zosgalvis, yet he did not rule alone. Several members of the royal household also distinguished themselves during his reign. Nevertheless, it was the eldest son who stood to inherit the throne, until his most untimely passing.
I thought us fortunate when I learned that the Emperor had died without naming a successor.
Would that the Garlean Empire had died with
I might write a blog about, like... Well, I can't really... It won't be for the Fort Hood Sentinel, but I might write a blog about, that dude, the toxic dude in the party, and what happened afterwards. I think it was a tank
the grandson and his uncle who had the strongest.
I think it was a tank
was it not?
that chatted me, because it was a healer that was being a jerk. But you could kind of tell why, because he is small and insignificant and
Indeed. Yet
good for
claims
punting.
count for little without the power to assert them. High Legatus Varus Ye Galvus is a respected military leader. Not so his uncle.
Someone tell him that I would be like, sir, you look like a moron with that
Varus
crown.
has torn the crown from his uncle's grasp and taken his place at the head of the Empire.
It's a new big bad, I guess. Your crown looks stupid.
Given the troubled nature...
Oops, I skipped it.
Since the success of Operation Archon, the remnants of the 14th Legion and the forces occupying Alamigo have done naught but fortify their positions.
Alamigo.
But you can be sure they'll be ready to march on us.
At least they're voice acted.
When, not if. They say this Varus was so set upon Eorzean annexation that he spoke out against the meteor.
I think I couldn't stand
Plainly,
her
the
voice,
new Emperor's intentions are of
so I
great
refused to
concern to us all.
join that nation. I wanted to go to the one I did.
I propose that we set aside the Cardinal dispute for the present.
for the
bonuses.
Alright.
Moreover, I move that we re-examine the question of how our former allies in Ishgard might be persuaded to retake their place at our side. Could Eorzea but stand as one?
Every time they say Eorzea, I think of Kiss My Anthea from Role Models. I know that's wrong, but that's all I think is Kiss My Anthea.
Well, I suppose we should be grateful that they have finally acknowledged the inevitability of Imperial attack. Who knows? They may even do something about it.
Oh my god! It's
If
taken
only
them
the leaders of Ishgard
like
would follow their example.
200
and stop
missions to
hiding
finally
behind
act
their
like it.
gates, Praying. But that is a discussion for another time. At present, I am more... So long as the ivy eludes our grasp.
Hiya! I'm going to text this girl. Alright, let's go. You talk too much, kid. I don't care what you said. E-Bird. Is he here? Is he here? Is he here? No, he's not here. It's okay. You should sleep. It's right there. I'm gonna get my cool gear. I'm gonna get my cool gear. I'm gonna get my cool gear. How to do that? Alright, here we go. It's the moment of truth. I wish I could see what it looks like. For Lancer Dragoon. Yes! Oh, I get it! I get my new gear! Maybe I look pretty, but maybe I should make that red. Let's see. Armory chest. Character. Die. Is it black? The purple? Because purple is a dragoon's color. That's dark purple. But this purple. Okay, then we'll do... Do the chest next. Die. We're gonna be purple. That's what I've decided. Die. And die. I'm out of those. Let's do dark purple then. That'll be okay. Because I don't want to be blue. That's a good color. I'm different now. I'm not the same. Plus, man, look, why is that so bad? Okay, I want to stop streaming at least.